All right, here we go. Last little bit. Last push. 40 minutes. 37. Hang on. Where's my... Here it is. And the next one, how long would it take you guys right now to code some code that after 10 seconds, your code would... Like if I said, what's your name? And after 10 seconds, it canceled out and said you didn't enter in time. How long do you think that would take you?
7 minutes.
Without using the book.
7 minutes.
7 minutes.
Possibly. I
Use
7 to 10.
like an hour.
You just use a counter and you figure out how long it takes for.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but it's an input. Input pauses stuff.
Probably 2 years.
So we have 7 to 10 minutes, an hour, and 2 years. Wow. So with using the book, it's a parameter that you pass. So let's again. So we're gonna do. Yeah. So timeout. So this first one, enter a response. I have unlimited attempts, right? So this is actually really bad if you're coding, especially for username and passwords, because it allows me to do a brute force attack where I can just, nope, B.
Automated.
All right. Or you would do numbers, or you would do. It would take me a long time.
Probably.
It would probably take you a couple of days to be automated.
Yeah.
But you'd have to do capital letters.
True.
Yep. So what we want to do is we want to give them how many times to enter in a number. 2. So we do limit equal 2.
The limit as x approaches. Oh.
That is. Oh, that gives you an error. Okay.
Comma before it. Oh no, yeah, my bad. No.
Yeah. No, this is supposed to happen. It crashes your stuff. So this is why you would do. Very easy way to prevent people from spamming. Another thing you can do is timeout. So you type in timeout. How many seconds do you want to give them? No. 5. Response 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, what'd I do wrong?
Type it in.
It's in hours.
It's not in hours.
It's in minutes.
Oh.
Oh, you have to.
So I have to hit enter. So.
You have 5 seconds to guess as much as it doesn't work.
What? If you type in a number, it's gonna work. Does that make sense? And then and then the last one is default. So any idea what default does? You guys reading the book along with me, or?
Default back to a fallback plan.
It's a fallback plan.
Yeah, it's like in is it regexes or something where if we were searching for a specific thing and it didn't find anything, it would automatically place like 0.
I also forgot a parameter. So if you don't fill something out in time, not in time, but if you don't fill out like in the limit of 3, it defaults to that whatever you put in this default. So let's do timeout for 3.
Nice.
Does that make sense? So if you don't type in a number within a certain number of times or within a certain amount of time, you can have it default to it whatever you want. So let's say you're building a video game and you want them to type in the person's name, right? But you don't want any, or not names. No, you don't want them. How many things do you want to buy? No more than 10, right? And they keep typing in 100 because they're trying to break the code. You can have it. You can't have anything more than 10. You can't buy more than 10 of these items, and you have 3 tries to get it right. Otherwise, you're just buying 1. There's an alarm to tell me that I have to go put something away, or I have to set something up after school for IT department. No, a TV for something. I can't even remember what. All right. So this is the next thing. What are regexes?
Regular expressions.
Yeah. So if I type in input, and I type in no. And I type in actually no, these are Roman numerals, like so IV X L C D M, any number of those. What if I only want them to enter in certain letters, right? Like this code is saying, I want, that was actually a really bad example. Sorry.
Pip.
Oh, pip. I thought you went yup. Like, as in like, that's a really bad example. Yup.
No. It's like pip.
I'm just going to go home now.
Right?
So you can basically say, I only want these letters. I only want Roman numeral type things. I only want this, or I only want that. Knowing that we know regexes, we do pip dot input ipnut, yeah. Input num allow regexes equal and I'm going to copy this and paste it because I am
Lazy. No, efficient.
wow.
Ever heard of the acronym KISS? Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, I need that. That's pretty cool, huh?
Nice.
Do you guys understand what it's doing, right?
Huh?
What is my regex doing?
It's specifying what numbers can be put in there.
Well, what if you just put an actual number in?
So it does allow numbers.
Yeah. It's
Or
for those specific.
It kind of like
not grandfathers in. Actually, yeah, kind of.
Well, look at it. So it says input num. So I'm allowing numbers, period. But I can also type in Roman numerals. Or let's say we don't want that. What's another one? So we have input. Let's put input string. So instead of input num. Oop. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, screw that up. Hey, what? You making fun of me over there, Micah?
What?
What?
No, I was saying it to my computer.
All right. So if we want to allow regexes as well as numbers, so again, there's a specific. We're okay with numbers and we're okay with Roman numerals, right? However that works out, whatever the code is. You can also not allow regex as with blocking them. This response is invalid. It's different than if I typed in a number, because it's specifically saying these numbers, these letters, don't allow them. But if we type back and go up with the allow of the regexes, IXIII. Anyone know what that is? IXII?
That's not correct. Is it?
It is now.
This is a 10. 1911.
911.
Or 911.
Somebody call IXII. That's from Hercules. Yeah, it came out before you guys were born. Yeah, it's a great movie. Allow regexes. You can also have it 0. So again, depending on how you're coding and what you're okay with allowing, this is how you would say, I want numbers plus these things. Or I want a string. If we put a string, does a string allow numbers? What do you guys think?
You allow regex. If you want to say
Just in general, do you think,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
like, you think, am I going to get an error? Good call.
Makes it a string.
Yes, that's exactly right. Because numbers can be strings, but can string be numbers?
No.
Correctamundo. All right. Let's see. If you specify, well, I can also. Is this input string? Yeah. Let's see. We're gonna allow regexes. Notice they're in a list format too. Cat or pillar and just pay attention.
Oh, what's going on?
So let me just make sure I wrote that right. Yeah, that should work.
The R's in the wrong spot.
Good catch. So wait, I was wondering if one of you were going to get that. So, oops. Spelled catastrophe wrong. What are you guys noticing?
Cat. Cat.
What about cat?
If CAT is anywhere in the.
Is it anywhere in there? Like,
Yeah, but unless you do cat. Cat by itself.
yes. So you can say anything that isn't these words, like we just blocked any word that has cat in it besides category and caterpillar. So what use could we use that for?
If you are coding for a video game and don't want them to put their name as bad words.
You could do that. You could also do name of these choices, pick one. And if they don't choose one of those, say give them an error. So how would we do that? Let's say using this, we want to allow and block certain things. So let's say the three things we want to allow is health, mana, stamina, right? Typical video game stuff. Health, mana, stamina. And we're asking the user, what do you want to change? So how do we do that? How would we only allow them to type in health, stamina, or mana and block everything else? So
It would be input choice.
what?
Input choice.
You don't need to.
Ensures the user enters one of the provided choices.
You're getting ahead of me. Talking about with regex.
Or do you do
It's
it?
efficiency.
Yeah,
It
it's
i-
like health.
Thank you, Micah, for the only one listening.
Health, mana.
And then you do period. Block R period.
You get dot star. Or is it just anything?
Dot plus. Or
Boom. So now, let's scroll down. Input custom. That's not what we wanted. Input case. Where'd you see that?
The book.
Is it? Did they not go over it? And is it just one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So input choice. Never mind. All right. So actually, we're gonna stop it there. What I want you guys to do is in the book go through, and I want you to use each one of these modules that they show you. So is string, is number, is choice, is menu, is datetime, is yes no, is boolean, is an email, is or input file path, input password.
Just play around with that.
Yep. Well, I want you to type something up and display it and have it ask display for all of them. I'm going to do it too, and we're just going to see what we come up with. But for now, I want you guys to spend the next 9 or so minutes on that, and then we're going to go over some.